can you tell us why you've called this press conference today?
Yeah, I'll take that one. So we are going to be starting a Kickstarter very soon to be raising funds for our third studio album. We're very excited about starting to record it.
Great. So can you tell us a little bit more about who the Teacups are and what it is that you do as a band?
So we've been performing together for about 8 years now. We met on the Newcastle University Folk and Traditional Music degree in 2010, and we've been performing together since then. We go all across the country and sometimes beyond to do gigs. This is going to be our third studio album. We've got 2 already, and we think they're pretty good.
What it is that we actually do, we're a 4-part a cappella quartet, so no instruments at all, just kind of 4 voices in harmony. We do kind of almost exclusively folk and trad stuff, mostly traditional things, but with a few kind of self-penned ones and a few kind of contemporary things, but all pretty much within the folk genre.
With this third album, there are quite a lot of new things we want to do, so we've done quite a lot of tinkering around with text and putting new tunes to things. We've come up with some interesting new ideas. There's going to be some more mouth music on there, which we've done once before, so there's quite a lot that we're looking forward to do.
So you've mentioned quartet there. Now, is that because you can't count, or is there someone who's missing today?
We've actually got a 4th member, our bass singer Alex, who lives in America most of the time. So we only get to rehearse with him and perform when he comes over, which is about twice a year. He's not here at the moment, obviously, which is why he's not in this video, but we love him very much.
That and, we couldn't afford a big enough sofa.
Bands have to get along, you spend a lot of time together, gigging, touring, recording. Do you ever come to any blows over what the best biscuit is?
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah. We've got strong opinions. So also we almost broke up as a band over the classic scone question, what goes on first, jam or cream? So in my view, the cream goes first and then the jam on the top. But I think Alex disagreed with the correct viewpoint. So.
But it's 3 against 1, so,
Yeah.
And he's American.
We'll
I don't think I've got a favourite biscuit, I like them all. Except if they've got coconut in, because coconut is
the devil's work.
The devil's
Ooh,
nut.
see, I'm not a fan of coconut, but there are biscuits that contain coconut that are delicious. Like you must have tried the famous Anzac biscuits. Those are.
Have they got coconut in?
They've got coconut in.
Oh, I can't eat them anymore.
You've previously released Of Labour and Love and One for the Pot. How will this album be different to your previous ones?
Well, I think probably the most straightforward way of explaining it is that we've developed a lot, as a band in the intervening time. A lot of the reviews we got for our second album, Of Labour and Love, were really talking about how our sound had developed as a band, and I think that absolutely we've continued on that trajectory. I think that kind of our music is is in a very different place than it has been in our previous 2 albums, and I'm really excited to show off kind of, how much we've learned, how much we've changed.
I think there's going to be quite a lot more creative playing with the material. So I think, whereas before we've taken songs and they've been our arrangement of songs that people know well and they've been really recognisable, I think there's been a lot more kind of creative input. So we've taken words that we couldn't find a tune for and put tunes to them. We've tinkered around with poetry and various bits and pieces of text that we found. So I think we've all written some brand new songs as well, so I think there's quite a lot more kind of that kind of thing.
So one of the best things about Kickstarter is that you as a band are able to give back to your supporters with rewards, and they get something out of supporting you. So can you tell us a little bit about what it is that you will be offering people who pledge?
Sure, so we've got lots of different rewards at lots of different price points. So it includes some stuff like we'll be writing out some tunes from the new album on handwritten manuscript paper, and it'll all be very beautiful. That's one of the rewards. We've got house concerts and workshops, and of course pre-orders of the album as well. That's going to be one of the big ones.
So all the money that we do get for pledges is all incredibly gratefully received. It very much helps this project become a reality, and it all goes towards sort of necessary costs for the album. So that's things like studio hire, sound engineer paying for their time, equipment hire, PR costs. Of course, the printing of the album itself. There's all sorts of things. All the money really does go to really important places.
We don't want to keep it too restricted, so if there's some sort of reward that somebody would like and it's not already on the list, then they should get in touch and we'll see what we can do.
Based on your name, we have to assume you're all big tea fans. So, very importantly, does the milk go in first?
Absolutely
No,
not.
No, kick to the hens.
Oh.
Ooh,
Yeah.
contention.
If it's made in a pot, if I'm in charge of the pot, I know how strong the tea is, so I can put the milk in first and know that I'm going to get the right cup of tea.
I kind of feel like milk in tea. I mean, I don't have milk in tea at all. For me,
So what do you know?
For me, what do I know indeed? For me, it sort of hinges on that like hot milk in drinks kind of thing, which just make me feel a bit bilious.
It's a bit weird. I saw a video recently of a guy who made a cup of tea by putting the milk, the bag, water from the tap into a cup and then the whole thing in the microwave, and I was a bit sick in the mouth, to be honest with you. It was all wrong.
There are lots of different ways that you can go about creating an album, and you've chosen crowdfunding. Can you talk to us a little bit more about your decision in that?
I think one of the reasons we decided to do crowdfunding was that because of our geographical situation, there are big chunks of the year where we feel quite disconnected from the people who would come and see us and who would listen to our music and who we might be able to have those conversations with throughout the year. So crowdfunding is just a way for us to kind of reconnect with everybody, for them to get in touch with us and to restart those conversations and to see what other things they'd like to see from us.
I mean, personally speaking, I also think that pretty much sort of speaks to the larger issue of crowdfunding in general is about putting power back in the hands of the many, not the few. Effectively, it's consumers have more direct control over the things that they want to see happen, and I think that's something I personally very much believe in. I think that with crowdfunding, it means that our fans can have a personal hand in helping make the things that they believe in a reality.
Thanks so much for coming and taking the time to talk to Disembodied Voice. Is
Pleasure.
there anything you would like to say as a final message to everyone out there watching this?
Yeah, just that we're really excited to make this album and we're committed to making it happen, but we literally can't do it without you, without this funding. It just won't happen. So essentially, if you are excited for it to happen as well, just jump in and make a donation, or if you can't, just spread the word, sort of give it a tweet or give it a share, or tell your friends about it. Just anything you can do to help us spread the word and make this happen would be brilliant. So thanks very much for watching our video.